Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today Sam and I were off to Munich. We're actually going to the BMW Museum in Munich. So first we're going to do a quick blast down the Autobahn. Now I've got a camera engine mounted watching the front tyre, so you can see how the Road Pilot 6 GTs are behaving, how the suspension on the bike works hard, and more importantly, it's an additional view. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully the GoPro on the top of the helmet. There's two GoPros on the helmet. One from the top view that's not obscured by the screen, and then the other one is on the side of my chin. So let's see how they work, shall we? Right, so it would be a fairly quick run down the Autobahn. I say fairly quick, we know it's going to be very quick because it is a K1600 after all. Temporary road stops. Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to hitting the Autobahn because, man, it's warm today. Right. Hopefully between the GoPros and the engine cam, we saw a reasonable lean angle. At last I got some air into the helmet. Munich isn't too far away, it's about 65-70 kilometers, so that's not too bad at all. So I've got about, I don't know, about 45 miles I think is about it. I'm running dynamic again. Looks like the front camera is now not looking at the tyre. I don't know where it's looking at. It's rotated. Awesome. Man, that's cool. This Audi's getting in my way because he just doesn't want to overtake the car, but doesn't want to get out of the lane. He's a lane hog. Come on, Audi, move. Get the fudge out the way. You're holding everybody up. If you can't go round him, go through him. I wish I could. I need the missile version of the K1600. Targeting system. Some stingers. A couple of 50 cal mounted rate. Well, not a couple. I just need one. 150 cal machine gun. Now that would be one awesome military bike, wouldn't it? People do not want to get out of the outside lane, but they do not want to go quickly either. Now you can hear the turbulence and you can feel it as well. Come on, Seat, get the hell out the way. You're too slow for this. At last. It's the only problem, a BMW motorcycle is limited. I would love an unlimited version of the K1600. Have the restrictor removed. 200 miles an hour on a K1600. Yes, I want it. If you're listening, BMW, I want a 200 mile an hour K1600. You have to be really careful coming along here at these speeds, because you do get idiots that just pull out. Mainly Volkswagen, but Audis are just idiots too. One's got the good sense to get out the way. better. Much better. Clean air, well, clear air anyway. I don't know about it being clean. I was asked for a comparison with the RT, the R1250 RT, and I said I was spoiled. Yep, I've been spoiled with the K1600. Everything about the K1600 is superior to the R1250, the R1250 RT. It's not that the R1250 RT is a bad bike, it's an amazing bike. If there was not a K1600, I would be riding one. But there is the most wonderful inline six that is silky smooth, effortless, and an absolute beast. And me and my wee beastie go together like a hand in glove. Now the suspension on the K1600 is totally different to the R1250 RT. So is the seat. With the K1600, as I've said before, you sit in a K1600. On the RT, you sit on it. So you've got less protection, less screen, less engine protection, less rider protection. But you do have a great boxer engine, and that is a classic, and I love that boxer engine. Now on the way down to the museum today, we're going to be seeing a lot more boxer engines, going from the very early ones up to the more recent. Now I need to get past that van because he is disrupting my airflow. That's better, we can now get a move on. Now I say the suspension is different to the RT. There are similar or similarities, but because of the engine configuration and the chassis and everything else, it feels totally different, and when it reacts totally different. So that's my reasoning behind it. The preload is different, the damping is different, the roll-on is amazing on the K1600. It's good on the RT, but when you compare it to a K1600, the 1600 can roll on in any gear like a freight train. Now BMW have a habit of building amazing engines. The Boxer engine is an amazing engine. The K1600 engine is a phenomenal engine. You just don't get any engine, and I don't care what manufacturer you're talking about, that pulls like this. Now the sports bikes, yep, they pull hard. But what you have to remember is they're a lot lighter than this as well. So this engine is pulling an amazing amount of weight very rapidly. And it can maintain a line in a corner without drifting, unless you want it to drift, that is. Is it as agile as the R1250? I think so. It depends on your physique as well. Now I'm a fairly big guy. I'm 6'2", 260 pounds, so I'm a big old boy. I can handle the bike easily. It's very agile. I know how it operates for me. I know how it works for me. I know when I can brake, when I roll off the throttle, if I do engine braking and I just change the engine braking. It makes it very agile. Is the R1250 agile? Hell yeah. Does it have the same lean angles? Not quite. Those big valve heads, you see them sticking out either side. They do reduce the lean angle somewhat, but not a lot. You can still do an amazing cornering, and the lean angle on all BMWs are good. The only one that's not really that great is the R18, but then again, it's not meant to. It's a big cruiser. Now if you do the R18 in the what I call the sofa configuration, i.e. to emulate a Honda Goldwing, then that will contend with the Honda Goldwing nicely, and also all of the Harleys. Am I biased towards the Boxer engines? Yes. Am I biased towards the K1600? Hell yeah! It's the best engine on the market. Is it fun in every way? Oh man, you have no idea. If you don't own a K1600, go and test ride one. And you don't want it for an hour, you want it for 3 to 4 hours, and you want to get acclimatized to it. Once you're acclimated, it is one of the most comfortable powerhouses on the market. Scarily fast in every way. Will it stop? Massively. The brakes that are on this are huge. When they grip, yeah, it will slow you down, it will stop you. At any speed, the K1600 is just a joy to drive and ride. Now, somebody's once said, I ride the 1600 like I drive a car. In many ways I do. I sit in the K1600, so it is a much more reactive position than most bikes. Sitting on a bike now is not as comfortable as sitting in the 1600. The whole riding position for the 1600 is amazing, and the handlebar configuration brings them back enough so it gives you that armchair feel. Charge out of a bend in any gear. Now I'm cruising along in 6th, so all the roll on I'm doing is in 6th gear, and when it pulls, it eats the ground. Is there anything bad about the K1600? Yes, it's limited. The engine's been limited to only do 160 miles an hour. It would be so much fun to be able to do a 200 mile an hour K1600. I mean, that would scare the sugar out of everybody. K&N filter gives the nice amount of air into the intake box. Gives me about a couple of brake horsepower more, but more importantly it helps the engine breathe. So power delivery is smooth and instant. Is it fun to ride? Oh, hell yeah. I'm serious, guys. If you haven't ridden one, go and ride one. Now, there is no such thing as a bad bike, so it's what suits your pocket and what suits the way you ride. I found that the K1600 is not as expensive as people tell you it is. The reason I started this channel was because people kept on talking smack about the K1600. What an expensive bike. how much it's going to eat all my wallet, because I'm going to be paying for maintenance all the time. It doesn't. You've seen the servicing costs. You've seen my insurance. You've seen the tyres pricing. And if I decide to ride it sensibly, then it'll return me over 50 to the gallon. I mean, that is an amazing, if you think about it, that is an amazing bike. Over 50 miles to a gallon, a large 27 litre tank, so it's about 300 and something miles. So hey, now this, as I say, the screen started off clean, but it ain't that clean at the moment. I've had birds committing suicide left, right and centre. We're 10 miles out. It hasn't taken us that long to get here. And we've done it in comfort, we've done it in style, and we've done it with speed. And I've got that beautiful C. Bailey's screen in front of me, so it is non-standard. Gives me completely better weather protection and wind protection. Now if I put the screen up, you can see the amount of wind. I mean, that is an amazing screen. That protects me. I'm behind a bubble, completely unbuffeted. And I got an itch on the nose again. I always get an itch on the nose. Germany is looking very green at the moment, so I'm glad I got out today, because for the next 10 days it's going to be pouring the rain. Now 6th gear roll on again. And that's a charge. I mean, that is awesome. Now we're going to head towards Munich Central, and then that'll take us all the way into BMW. There's BMW ahead, and we're heading towards that, which is BMW White, which is West. And just around there is the museum, and we're going to be able to enjoy the sights of some BMWs past and present. We're about 2.5 miles out, I think. Here's my turn off.